That wily Norwegian dramatist Henrik Ibsen presents us in his play A Doll's House with what seems to be a conventional 19th century melodrama. An unusually subtle and well-written melodrama, perhaps, but still a melodrama. Here's the lovely young woman who has, in all innocence, she's not well educated, forged her father's name on a loan because she needed the money to provide her husband with the care that would save him from a life-threatening illness. Here's the villain from whom she borrowed the money, threatening to expose her and ruin the career of her husband, who's just been made the head of a bank. And here comes the noble and heroic husband to rescue the lovely lady. Except that he doesn't. She's rescued because the villain has a not altogether convincing change of heart. Her husband, who has been roundly condemning her for her crime and her moral failure, now forgives her. The playwright has ingeniously provided the young woman with a happy ending, which she rejects. Instead, Nora Helmer says to her husband Torvald, "Sit down, we have to talk to each other." They do, and then she walks out. Ibsen has been preparing us for this all along. While using some of the stock devices of popular melodrama, he's doing something more than just giving an audience a thrilling entertainment, though he does also do that. From the beginning, he shows us a wife who, in that society at that time, is totally dependent on her husband, and so almost unconsciously manipulates him by playing the silly, helpless female so he can play the protective, competent male. Yet, working to pay off that loan has given Nora a taste of what real work, real independence, that is, being a man, might be like. When her husband proves not to be protective, she's ready to re-examine their lives. Using Frank McGuinness's adaptation of the play, director Gary F. Bell's staging of A Doll's House at Stray Dog Theater makes all this clear. At the beginning of the play, Nicole Angeli's Nora is almost giddy in her girlish excitement at the Christmas present she's brought home, fussing over her children, played by Simon Desilets and Joe Webb. When she tells a visiting friend about the loan, she's still a young person taking pride in what she's accomplished in the adult world. And she even faces the horror of a watery suicide to save her husband's good name, with just a touch of the adolescent romance of it all. In the most difficult scene, Angeli almost makes me believe that this Nora does have the courage to walk out into the world to find herself. As her husband, Ben Ritchie, is the complete and perfect male chauvinist, thinking only the best of himself, morally rigid, fearful of society's judgment. Ritchie gets laughs with the sincerity of his delivery of Helmer's lines that ring most outrageously to our ears, and with his eagerness to get his wife in bed after she's danced the tarantella at a party. As Nora's childhood friend, whom she hasn't seen for years, Rachel Hanks, while young and lovely, does convey the wearing life that Christina Linda has had. Stephen Pyrick plays the man Christina once jilted, also the man who has loaned Nora the money, and who is struggling to restore his own good name and would rather not be cruel, but must find a way forward. Jan Ann Reedy plays the Helmer's friend, Dr. Rank, a man with a couple of secrets. Melanie Kozak is a maid, and Tina Renard, the boy's nursemaid. Robert J. Leppert's set is a lovely Victorian birdcage, lit by Tyler Dino, with sound by Justin Bean. Eileen Engel has given the women some splendid costumes, though I question the one Nora wears to go out in the world. A Doll's House is still a fascinating play.
It sure is, and I was glad to see it again.
Yeah, glad they did it.